Dear brothers and sisters, today is the first bright sunny day that we have had after literally weeks of rain and cold. And we can only go forward and rejoice. Of course, every raindrop, especially here in California where we've had years of drought, every raindrop is a blessing and we rejoice. But it's so good to have a bright sunny day. So let us rejoice and let us go forward with a very special green juice. So we will start with dandelion greens. Aren't they vibrant? Aren't they alive and ecstatic? So dandelion greens, and let's give them a chop. And let's put them through our juicer. I'm using a carrot to help with mastication. And now, how about some celery? Here's a beautiful celery stalk. Okay. So there we go with celery. And how about some kale? All agree that kale is one of the most nutritious of greens. This is a red Russian kale. It's one of the most popular backyard kales in these United States. So Russian red kale, an utter delight. And now, what about some Swiss chard? This is beautiful Swiss chard that we have here. It's grown by our friends at Full Belly Farm, one of the finest organic farms in all of California. Some magnificent people have established it, and they run the farm. If you look on our videos, you see that we have interviewed not a few times Judith. We've been out there to the farm. We've toured the land. It is a privilege and a pleasure to associate with them. So we're putting through some Swiss chard. Okay. And now what about some colored greens? Collards are the closest cousins to kale. Like kale, they're a member of the Brassica family, which includes broccoli and cauliflower and cabbage, an utter delight. So these are collard greens, just a privilege and a pleasure. As you say, as you can see, they are a bluish green. To us, this tells us of vitality. It's not just the nutrients in a green leafy salad green, but it's the aura that surrounds each leaf. It's the life force in each leaf, and these collards are brimming with vitality. So here we go. Let's and now the closest cousin of collard greens is, as I mentioned, kale. This is a kale quite different from the red Russian kale. This is a winter boar kale, a very vigorous plant that rejoices in the cold and the rain. Wonderful, wonderful kale for each and every backyard garden. It will grow most anywhere, US of A. Winter boar kale. You can apply to Johnny's Selected Seeds, a wonderful organization in Maine. They will gladly send you the seeds. Winter boar kale. And let us conclude with a California orange, organic of course. So, here we have it. A very special juice indeed. And we used dandelion greens. We used celery, Swiss chard, 2 types of kale. A privilege and a pleasure to share this with you, brothers and sisters. We have to get back to vitality. We have to become much more vivid, much more streaming, much more alive, especially in times such as these. So let us begin with an ecstatic juice and go forward. And now, in conclusion, as a sign of hope in these times, let us conclude with a bit of a planting. Spring is here. This is absolutely the right time to plant your lettuce, to plant your kale, and even begin with tomatoes and peppers. But let's, here we have a bronze packet of Bronze Beauty lettuce seeds, and we're going to, we have compost, sifted compost. We're going to sprinkle the lettuce seeds right over the top. We're not going to cover them. They're very tight. Just sprinkle over the top. As soon as I get home, I'm going to water this and cover with a damp cloth. And every morning and every evening, I'll take the cloth off, I'll water, and then put it back in place again. And in maybe 4 or 5 days, the sprouts will come up. As soon as the sprouts appear, I'll put it in direct sunlight, say a south-facing window, or maybe a porch, or patio, or even backyard in direct sun. So here we go. Here we go. It behooves each and every one of us to plant a victory garden by way of saying that we shall come through despite the challenges, despite the threats, the challenges, the fact that the doomsday clock of the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists is 90 seconds towards midnight. It's never been that high before. Despite all that, we will come through. I am certain of it. The good sense, the power, the vivacity, the strength of this generation will bring us through. The greatest generation, your forebears, brought us full before, during World War II, when you liberated and freed the entire world of radical evil. You will bring us through again. I am certain. So let's go forward. And brothers and sisters, let us build here an edible schoolyard for the American spirit. My privilege to share with you. Please write your comments down below and subscribe. Thank you.